PBA World Series of Bowling 5 rolls on at South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. The PBA Chameleon Championship has reached its final match, and we will have a winner and a champion coming up next. Kimberly Pressler is standing by with our tournament leader.
Well, Dom, Ryan Simonelli is averaging about 245 right now, and the other two right-handers, they didn't even hit 200. What are you going to do to stop Ryan Simonelli and break the 200 mark?
You know, you're thinking way too far ahead for me right now. I've got to throw 10 good shots, one at a time. You know, the cliches are there for a reason, I guess, and that's all I'm probably going to use in this conversation. So just, you know, one shot at a time, throw good shots, and if I can do that and bowl well, it will take care of itself.
Good luck to you.
This Chameleon Championship already has quite a history. In the 5 short years it's been a part of the World Series of Bowling. The 2010-11 winner, Scott Norton, his first title win on the PBA Tour. And the following year, it was Jason Belmonte, one of 3 titles he took home at that World Series. And unbelievably, those two would meet in last year's final. In the 10th frame, Norton needed to strike on his final shot of the match to complete a 4-bagger, which in turn would force Belmonte to strike on his first ball of the 10th. Belmo had to strike or the title was Norton's. Belmo leaves the 10-pin, and Scott Norton gets the second of his 3 career PBA titles, a 2-time Chameleon champion. A second PBA Tour title is what Ryan Simonelli is seeking here. Only Englishman Dom Barrett stands in his way after defeating Tom Smallwood and Brian Kretzer. And now, the opening shot in our title match.
Yeah, the first couple of shots for Dom Barrett coming up are going to be telling.
You know, the cliches rolled on with me, too. I talked to Dom, and he gave me the old Gene Hackman from Hoosiers. I asked him about the difference between bowling in the arena versus South Point Bowling Center, and he said 60 feet, 10 pins at the end.
All right, get off there.
Opening shot from the tournament leader. Right-handers have failed to crack 200. A lot of opportunity for that 10 to fall, but stand it does.
Well, a little straighter than I thought he would go and attack this oil pattern. Lots of pressure, as Jason Couch alluded to, knowing the kind of look that Ryan Simonelli has. It puts more pressure on the right-handers and his opponents to throw strikes. Take a look at Dom Barrett's arsenal. Going with a crossroad. A little less responsive ball than some of the others he has in his arsenal. Matches his shirt, though.
Barrett is the 3-time World Bowling Writers Bowler of the Year in 8, 9, and 10. He's the only male ever to win in 3 consecutive years. Tackling the left lane, light, 2-pin.
Well, if you're Ryan Simonelli, you have to probably sit on your hands to keep from waving at everybody. He's so excited based on the first 2 shots that went down the lane for Dom Barrett. I mean, if you're Ryan, that's exactly what you wanted to see.
Gives it a second look, but fills the frame nonetheless. Can Simonelli stay on the warm path? Title match here at the PBA Chameleon Championship. Simonelli Simonelli trying to run the ladder. And they all fall down. Double for Simonelli.
Man on a mission. Great rebound from last week's disaster when he left the pocket 7-10 in the 10th frame. And that light swishing hit. Right now, Ryan Simonelli has one thing and one goal in mind. That's winning his second title.
Confident stroke. 10 back. Opening turkey for Simonelli.
That was fast and furious. Dom Barrett has 2 shots under his belt. One was a weak 10, the other was light. He needs to start striking now.
Barrett finds the pocket. He's got a strike in the third. And a chance to double on that here in the 4th frame. Visit PBA.com for information and more. PBA Bowling Challenge will now be available for your mobile device. Bowl against PBA pros in unique venues, multiple bowling ball, and oil pattern options. And click on the mobile game link at PBA.com.
Mike J., I noticed you had that on your phone.
I do. Helps when you take those cross-country trips. Soon available for the Apple operating system. Double. Sweet shot for Barrett. And the lead is down to 11 pins. So that lets Simonelli know Barrett's not walking away here. Although ball in hand for Simonelli. All strikes working in the 4th frame. Oh no, almost turned into, oh yes. Bucket crumbles, just leaving the 3 pin.
Oh no, almost turned into, oh my. Nice break there, only leaving the 3 pin.
Well, we've told you that Ryan Simonelli only has 1 PBA Tour title, but in reality, he could easily have several more. Simonelli finished second twice in 2009, again in 2012 at the Tournament of Champions, and then, of course, last week's heartbreaker against Chris Barnes. Ryan is determined not to let today's opportunities slip away like the others have.
I thought about the 1 title thing quite a bit over the past week, and you don't want to have one and people think, oh, he's just a one-hit wonder. It doesn't matter how many shows you make if you can't win again. And I've made enough shows, and I've already bowled for the title 4 or 5 times, I'm not even sure. But still only got 1 title. So it would mean quite a bit to me to get that second one and just be known as a multi-title player.
Well, that's a nice shot by Ryan Simonelli, but right now Dom Barrett steps up on the right lane and can do something that no other right-hander has done all day long, and that's throw a strike, pull the match even, and put pressure on Ryan Simonelli.
Barrett steps up in the 5th. He can match Simonelli's turkey from the front. 5th frame. 3rd arrow. Light hit, and he mixes out the 7. We've got an even match halfway home.
Dom Barrett doesn't show a lot of emotion, but this is something to get pretty excited about right here.
So turkey for Barrett and a chance to take a lead against Simonelli here in the title match of the PBA Chameleon Championship.
If he strikes right here, you know what you call that? It's not a ham bone.
No, it'd be a lead change.
and a four-bagger.
And it'll be neither, as a baby split is the result.
Take a look at Dom Barrett's form. I want you to watch what he does with his wrist and elbow on the way down. Watch this. See that wrist and elbow snap that bowling ball off his hand. That's how he creates all that revolution and power. It's like throwing a yo-yo.
Perfect cover of the baby split for Barrett. The pinfall hands the lead to Simonelli on the bench, but a small lead at that. But now Simonelli steps up with the multiplying effect of the strike. And he can add to his lead here in the 6th and 7th. Six pin.
The last two shots for me looked a little faster and a little more aggressive from Ryan Simonelli. The one on the left lane looked a little left, and it held line and went flush pocket. That looked right inside of target, and it goes 6-pin. The speed looks like it's increasing, and the line looks like it's getting much straighter. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's nerve-driven.
4 frames remaining in our title match. 2 sticks separate Simonelli from Barrett. Barrett will clean up in the 7th. The first to operate is Ryan Simonelli. Come on! Yeah. That was a 7. Coast to coast.
Ryan Simonelli creates power the same way Dom Barrett does, snapping the wrist and elbow at the bottom. And watch this great pin action. Call that the bird dog or the messenger. But that was a much better shot than the last 2 previous shots he threw. Dom Barrett can strike here. He will still only trail by 2 pins.
The messenger does not get the 10 for Barrett.
Boy, that was one he really needed, and the soft messenger comes over and nudges a 10 not to be. With a spare, he'll be trailing by 3, but Ryan Simonelli is working on a strike in the 7th. Simonelli can strike out for 259.
The World Series of Bowling 5 continues next week on ESPN Sunday with the PBA Scorpion Championship. Marshall Kent, the amateur player granted a commissioner's exemption, will bowl for the title. Who will face him? Smallwood, Josh Blanchard, Tommy Jones? Find out next Sunday. Eighth frame for Barrett. Get the feeling he's got to have one here. Right hit. Nope. Can't shake out the 2.
It's going to take a small miracle for Dom Barrett to strike out and have any chance. Ryan Simonelli line to the pocket. Very, very good. Players didn't break him down the right way in practice. Maybe they played too far right to start. Maybe they played too far left to start. For whatever reason, they didn't play in the same zone long enough to break down a definite dry spot on the right side of the lane.
Simonelli up 4 pins, 8th frame, can extend his lead.
Yes! That puts him in the high 220s now. Dom Barrett's max score, 235. One more strike here in the 9th frame and it's all but over. What a comeback, Mike J., from last week's disastrous 10th frame that cost Ryan Simonelli a title.
Trying to avoid a similar fate here. Needs to finish strong to close out Barrett. Mixes the strike, got the light in play, drops the rack.
Well, drops the rack, maybe. Looked like more like he shredded the rack. I mean, he was throwing pins everywhere and in a big hurry. Watch how fast these pins explode. And the explosive reaction.
Yes! Yes!
And now Barrett in the 9th, down 24. Barrett's not done. Pile up the pins and making Simonelli perform.
Yeah, it's a good point. He has to strike out and give something for Ryan Simonelli to think about. Take your time here in the 10th frame. Take a re-rack if needed. Throw 3 more strikes and force Ryan Simonelli to mark with good count. Gotta have it. Game over.
It's high, and Ryan Simonelli, you're a repeat champion on the PBA Tour.
Great comeback. Great comeback for that kid, his father, his family.
Just a couple pins here will seal the deal. And a rare opportunity to enjoy a PBA Tour victory.
Just a great story for a great kid and player that's worked very hard to get back to the winner's circle, and very well deserved for Ryan Simonelli and his family.
For the 2nd time in his career,
Title number 2.
you hoist the winning trophy. Congratulations, Ryan Simonelli.
Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you. That's what I'm talking about right there. How good was that? What a baby son.
Great moment here at World Series of Bowling 5. And here's the winning shot that put him over the top.
Redemption, baby! Yes! Yes!
Simonelli, PBA Chameleon Championship winner, 2nd time he's hoisted the trophy. We'll talk to him when we return to South Point. For the 2nd time in his career, Ryan Simonelli picks up the hardware and is quick to share it with a hug with Dad Angelo, a man who's played a major role in his son's success. Let's go to Randy with today's runner-up.
Thanks, MJ. Don Barrett, I know it's tough anytime you're the tournament leader and you don't come away with the trophy. See if you could put into words how you're feeling right now.
You know, it's tough, as you say. There's not much you can really do as long as you try and bowl a good game. You know, some go your way, some don't. But, you know, Ryan, all credit to him, bowled a great game, bowled great every game to get through all the 3 right-handers. And, you know, today wasn't my day.
What happened to the right side of the lane?
I'm not sure, you know. It's been sitting out here for quite a long time. There's a lot of lights. You get bowled on TV enough to know that makes a big effect. But I was watching the other guys and where they played. We all tried to play right in practice because we knew we had to, you know, try and get rid of the lefty. If he kept winning, it'd be dangerous, and as it proved, that's exactly what happened. But who knows what happened to the middle part of the lane? We didn't throw really any shots there. Kretzer threw 5 in each lane in his game. Shouldn't have affected it that much. It was far enough left that it was away from where we practiced, and I got into the middle part of the lane, exactly where I wanted to play. I mean, if you'd have asked me where I wanted to play, that would have been it. But you know, the left lane gave me more trouble than I thought it would have done when we were practicing, and the right lane, I knew it was going to be a little bit tricky, being a little bit tighter. But I didn't expect the left lane to go 2-pin and then through the face a couple of times. That kind of caught me out. And you know, you live and learn, and we'll be back next time trying to improve this.
Yeah, you'll be back soon for the World Championship. What can you take from this tournament to the World Championship?
A lot, you know. I'm in a similar position in that. I'm top seed coming in, so it's almost the same as this. There isn't a lefty and there's an extra game, but this shows me a lot what I can expect, and I'm really looking forward to that final.
Don, thanks very much for your time. You're a class act.
Thank you very much.
Last week, Ryan Ciminelli, 7-10 split to deny victory at the Viper, but then today, from the agony of defeat
Redemption, baby!
to the thrill of victory,
Yes!
Kimberly Pressler is standing by with our champion.
Ryan, there was a lot of emotion in this win for you today, and it was a long, hard road for you. Why don't you walk me through that?
Well, I knew after practice that this pattern had played a little bit better for me than Viper did, and I knew if I could stay in the moment that good things could happen. And I took a lot out of that loss last week, and I just applied that loss, and you learn a lot from that, and just moved forward with it and stayed positive, and great things happened.
Well, when you did win, you yelled redemption. Why?
Well, that 10th frame shot against Barnes was mediocre at best, and I just beat myself up over it and got back in the ring and knew that if I was going to be put in that position again, that I was going to make a good shot.
Well, congratulations to Western New York's own Ryan Ciminelli. You are the new PBA Chameleon champion.
A 2-time winner on the PBA Tour. Join us for our next telecast. Coming up next Sunday at 3:30 Eastern, it's the PBA Scorpion Championship as World Series of Bowling 5 rolls on here at South Point in Las Vegas. Ryan Ciminelli strikes his way back into the PBA winner's circle. An exciting victory and redemption for Ryan and his family. For Randy Peterson and Kimberly Pressler, this is Mike Jakubowski. We'll see you next week for the PBA Scorpion Championship.